Alright, got a new shop light for the garage. Still a little dark in here. Yeah. The camera's gonna brighten up as we walk through, so you're not gonna see what I see exactly. You can kind of see some of this down here. I get the floor is black, but probably doesn't help with the reflecting of light. But it's still pretty dark over here. And it's pretty bright over here. But that's about where it's about bright, and then about all I got left is the garage light. So I can turn that on, but that's about as bright as that guy. And uh, but it'll help with working on down here because you can't really see much. It's pretty dark. I'll be getting a shop light, obviously, to put up and hang right about here and shine light down and stuff, but for the purpose of the garage, second light is going up. Just going to be putting the finishing touches on it. So it's a little brighter over here. Um, you can actually tell that it is a black floor. It's their dry deck pieces. We'll just turn that off. Gonna be posting more videos here soon of me working on this. I'm finally getting things in line, getting, I guess, parts together. Had a buddy give me a drive shaft. Somebody's coming to buy the Honda Outback. And yes, there's... You can't really see it, but... License plate, reflector... Reflector... There's a Honda out there. I got somebody coming to buy that. So I can start working on getting this built again. Still think it's not bright enough in here, but of course I'm trying to fucking make it daytime in here so I can see from any angle. It's not dark down here and bright as could be over there. I still need about one more light here. Think I'm gonna put one about there. One up there, and there's going to be a couple more up on this side of the house. He seemed like it was pretty cool. Life it goes on, what can you do? Just out here working on the Mustang. Control arm broke. You'll see that here shortly when I get the tire off and the video jumps forward. So y'all don't get to see the long painstaking process of how long this is actually going to take. You just see the weird random shit that I'm going to do in order to make the repair happen. Alright. See ya. Alright guys, I totally don't recommend doing this at home, but that's my way of keeping the spring from extending, because the bars that they give me that are actually supposed to keep the spring compressed don't fit between here and that. So, well, they do, but then the spring's all lopsided and doesn't really fit back in. So I'm going to try this theory. I've done it before on a few vehicles. It's worked. Just never done it on a Mustang before, so we'll see if it works. I'll let you know. Alright, let's see if this one exits about as fast as the other one did. Yep. This should give you an idea as to how much of don't try this at home. That's where the spring's sitting. That's where I feel comfortable at it being, especially the way it's wrapped. So yeah, definitely don't try this at home. Yes, I still have to go over there and pick that back up and reinstall it when I put the new control arm in. However, I'm going to feel very unsafe doing it. Alright, well, I'll fire up the Honda. Go and get it into position. Park it like a manual, although it's an automatic. Because it gets stuck in park. Safety first, kids. Lights. Actually, I don't even have any lights on. Except for the camera. Nothing with lights on. Yep, reverse. Gonna pay attention to where I'm backing up, because if not, I'm gonna hit the tire, and well, that's gonna bring us to a sudden stop. Okay. That's good. That's good. That's not enough light. Alright, guess we're not using the parking lights on this thing. Pull it forward. And boom. And back. Yeah, that looks good. Mom needs to go anywhere. If she needs to go anywhere, I'll just move the car. Boom. How much fuel I got? That much fuel. Yeah, last time I left this running, it was overheating, so I'm not going to leave it running this time. Just learn the lessons last time. Yeah, no, that's way too much. We're going to leave it at that. Alright. Honda's in position. Yeah, thank you, Captain Fucking Obvious. I know the lights are on. Did that on purpose. Look at that sweet, sexy thing that I'm selling. Alright, back to work. So I got the control arm off and everything, and then I had, this guy was stuck in here, up in here, and pretty much the only best way I've ever figured out how to get that off is reattach your, well really you don't even have to reattach, just put your wheel bearing, don't have to put the brakes back on or anything of that sort, just put it back in the wheel. Steel wheels are pretty freaking strong. I'll show you some photos after this video as to why I have found that steel wheels are pretty freaking strong. However, I think I've beaten the crap out of that, getting it out, because, come on camera, focus. It is not, you're not getting a nut back on that. That is severely beaten down. But yeah, that, ball joint definitely broke. This is not supposed to be like this. This is supposed to be, where did I throw the control out? Oh, there it is. This is supposed to be in here for anybody who doesn't know. Obviously, most of you know that, but yeah, that's pretty much out. The Honda's still providing me light. However, I need to use the camera light for closer things. Pretty much gonna be reversing it. It should be back in tonight. Hopefully I can drive this to work tomorrow. Really don't want to ride to work. Here's my colorful stitching. Really don't want to ride to work tomorrow again, but if I have to, I will. Alright, I'll keep y'all posted. So this is what the new control arm looks like. Well, new to the car. It's junkyard, but yeah, that's not entirely good. That'll last probably a while before that fully wears out, but that's definitely, yeah, give you an idea of how this went getting it off the other car that I took it from the junkyard. Well, that nut is not going to be used. I'm going to have to use the factory one that's off this car. Wherever I put it. Oh, there it is. Found it. Alright, cool. Found the nut. Alright, process of pretty much everything goes back in. This goes in, that goes on here. Whole shebang. This is Oh yeah, not everybody has a ABS line. Just try not to whack this too many times when you're trying to get things on and off the car. My videos are not really a way of doing things. Well, you can do it this way, but this is a not recommended way of doing things. Yeah, pretty much don't recommend doing it this way. This is usually do not try at home things. Because I'm not even on a proper... I'm on a proper jack stand, but like I'm not on a lift or anything. This is the street out in front of my house, to give you an idea. And yes, I have the car blocking the street, but nobody lives over there, so... Well, somebody lives over there. I'll show you in a different video during the daytime as to why I parked the Honda the way I did. Alright, to give you all a little lesson, just a quick one, add on to the video, of course, here. If you ever wonder if your shocks are blown, not only can you just feel in just the ride, but if you ever have your front end apart and you're just curious, if you can do this by hand, if you can push up, this side's actually pretty good. The other side's fully shot. This one's fighting me. But the driver's side, I can fully push this all the way up into there. So this side's actually still pretty good. Still pretty blown. I should not be able to push up on this easily. I should need both hands to pull up. And probably a floor jack. But this side's pretty good. The driver's side's fully shot. Well, as I like to say, it ain't stupid if it works. The only sad part is the freaking... Come on, really? The hooks is slightly stupid, alright? You know, make sure when you put it back in, if you want to live dangerously like myself, this is not recommended at home, but make sure when you put it back in that you don't get the hook stuck in between the coil spring and everything else. By the way, the whole entire front end's back together, so except for the brakes and the wheel. So that's stuck in there. I'll probably end up getting it out, or there'll just be a hook in my spring, which will pop out somewhere down the road. Yep. But hey, it worked. So as much as you probably thought at the beginning of the video, it's stupid, I'm crazy, it ain't stupid if it works. Alright, not much of that video was shot during the day. It was mostly at night. So the reason I parked the Honda as to where it was, yes, it's the street. It's about where the Mustang was. But you can see my street is, obviously somebody lives next to me, but there's nobody at the end of my street. I live on a dead-end street. So, like the video, subscribe if you want to see more. I'll be posting irregularly, so you might get an update this week. You might get an update in a month.